Hey everyone, it's Caroline, and today I'm going to share with you a really simple yet fundamental shift in how you approach your networking conversations. I really hope it transforms for you not just how the conversations feel, but the results that you get out of the conversations. And I know you already know that networking is the very best way to get the career opportunities you want. Unfortunately, the way most people approach them, they end up feeling really transactional, it's hard to feel authentic, and people don't get the results that they want. And so today I'm going to focus on the most foundational element of these conversations, which is the energy that we bring to these conversations. Once you get the energy right, everything else flows from that. Obviously, we can use the approach that I'm going to talk about in existing relationships, but I really want to focus today on building new relationships because especially if you're trying to go someplace new in your career, you know that that's where the magic happens. In these new relationships where we're exposed to new ideas and ways of thinking. And it's also where a lot of people's anxiety reside because we're talking to new people. So first, let me share what not to do in these conversations. Most people are doing what I call navigating. They're not actually networking. And the energy behind navigating is thinking about the outcome of the conversation. So how can I extract value from this conversation? What's going to come out of it? And even if you're not using the words, the energy is how can I use this conversation to get to this thing that I want? And let me give you a couple of examples where I see this happening. So first example, let's say you see a job opening and you contact person A who connects you to person B, who's the hiring manager, so you can get an interview. That's navigating. Another example of navigating I see is, let's say you have an informational interview. The conversation goes really well. You feel like the organization might be a really good fit for you. But in the course of the conversation, it's revealed that there aren't currently any opportunities. So you hang up the phone and you never contact that person again. This is also navigating. And so I could give you a ton of other examples, but hopefully you're feeling the energy behind this, which is super transactional, it's super high stakes, it doesn't feel good. And it also doesn't feel good because I know you know we're supposed to add value in these conversations, which again makes it super high stakes because how are you possibly going to add value when you don't yet know this person? So obviously you can find opportunities this way. People do it all the time. But what I want you to take away is those opportunities are going to be the obvious opportunities and the clear-cut existing ones, not necessarily the right opportunities for you. So here's what to do instead. Shift your energy to focus on the person, not the outcome of the conversation. Presumably, you're contacting this person for a reason. They're doing something cool. They had an interesting insight. They're just leading the life that you want to lead. Right? And so lead with that curiosity and enthusiasm about who they are and what makes them tick, and also about the topics you have a shared interest in. And even zooming out further, what I like to think about networking is ultimately we're building a team of people around us, people who we like and respect, who are invested and able to help us get where we want to go in our career. And we do the same for them. And so in the spirit of building this team, each conversation is simply an opportunity to get to know the person on the other side of the conversation, find out what's important to them, and find out if this is someone that we want on our team. That's it. And everything else flows from that. Really what we're looking for is connection and finding that intersection. And it doesn't always happen, and that's great because not everyone is going to be right for our team, but that's the point of the conversation. So I hope you're really feeling the energy shift between navigating and networking in this way where we're really focused on the person and not the outcome. The opportunities are still going to show up. And in fact, when they show up, they're going to be much more aligned because this person knows us, is invested in us, and knows what's important to us. And the conversations are also going to really feel a lot better, which is the most important point because the better they feel, the more you're going to have them. I have seen this way of approaching networking conversations absolutely transform my clients' relationships and the networks they build. They end up building really supportive, high-powered networks of new people. They deepen their existing relationships, and dare I say, they actually enjoy it because they're able to come to it in a way that is very authentic and easy. It doesn't become this list of things they have to remember or a certain way to do things. And that's really what I want you to take away as the last point, which is networking can become a habit There is no one right way to do it. And I hope this energy shift allows you to bring yourself into these conversations in a really authentic, easy way. You don't have to memorize a list of questions. You don't have to prove yourself or sell yourself. It is really just about focusing on the other person, the points of connection. I could say a whole lot more about this, but I want to hear your thoughts. Have you seen yourself navigating versus networking? Has that happened to you? How might you change your approach next time you have a conversation with someone? And what questions do you still have for me? There's a lot more we can talk about with networking, so I want to hear. Please comment below.